Today we're going to talk about Typhoon Bar and how to improve this nightclub following the concept of green clubbing. We'll start with a site analysis and then show you some preliminary sketches and annotations, then introduce the concept of green clubbing and lay out the project aims. Then, step by step, we will explain you the different improvements, first by mimicking nature, then through form and movement, and finally through technology. Located on the corner of Lockhart Road and Fenwick Street in Wan Chai, the popular Typhoon nightclub is furnished in a nautical theme. It offers a wide selection of beers, shooters, wines, and classic cocktails to its patrons, and is a popular destination, particularly on a Wednesday night, ladies' night, attracting both the locals and expats of Hong Kong. The venue is one-story and has opening doors which allow patrons to walk outside onto the pavement to enjoy their drinks. They are able to buy drinks from the bar, which is situated inside in the center of the building, against the western-facing wall. The music is usually loud and reverberates outside onto the street. The venue is approximately 25 square meters, proving as quite a small venue for a nightclub. However, being situated on the corner of the street, it offers double the outside space for patrons to occupy. By analyzing the nightclub, we identified some issues. First of all, there's only one main bar and point of sales, leading congestion around the bar. There are two walls up onto the street, allowing patrons to enjoy drinks outside, which leads to a lot of noise outside and a lot of congestion as well in front of the street. There's no furniture outside, which means that patrons enjoy drinks while standing. Furthermore, there's non-renewable use of power throughout the venue and no use of smart materials. Congestion inside and no air purifying system results in poor and humid air quality. Finally, lino floor makes it sticky from spilled drinks by the end of the night and very hard to clean. The nightclub, long heralded as a location of indulgent hedonism, is usually an institution that is unconscious of its environmental impact. We want to change the notion that leisure does have to come at the expense of the environment, rather that nightclubs can incorporate sustainable practices and be more eco-friendly. We have coined this concept green clubbing. Therefore, our project aims are to follow this concept of green clubbing, and there is not one bullet solution. Much rather, we aim to take a holistic approach and incorporate three of the overarching themes explored in intelligent architecture to guide the improvements to Typhoon nightclub. These are outlined below. First of all, mimicking nature through renewing an air conditioning system inspired by ticks, then form and movement by tilting the floor and moving outdoor tables, and finally using the role of technology for energy generation from the dance floor. Conventional refrigerant-based air conditioners use so much energy because of mechanical compressors that squeeze the liquid coolant. Cooling therefore accounts for a disproportionate share of electric utility costs. Some of the most promising advances are in evaporative cooling, which uses water to draw heat from air just as perspiration cools a body. It's already used in swamp coolers that tend to be more popular in drier climates. An evaporative cooler developed at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory uses drying compounds, or desiccants, to pull moisture from the air. The idea isn't new, but is now more feasible with advances in technology, such as membranes that employ nanotechnology to keep the desiccant separate from the water. A desiccant-enhanced prototype at the lab needs less than half and perhaps 90% less of the energy of conventional air conditioners. The technology is inspired from nature. Brown ticks also pull moisture from the air to keep themselves humid even in drier climates. Form and movement, tilting floor and moving tables. We observe that during the nights that many drinks are dropped on the floor, which makes a mess and is very annoying to clean at the end. Therefore, we were thinking about inclining the floor a little bit, by approximately 3 degrees. So on one hand, the change is too small to feel a difference while dancing or walking, and is not inconvenient for customers. On the other hand, when the staff cleans the floor, all the dirt goes towards the bar and then through a slit to evacuate the water. It enables to gain time during the entire cleaning process. Outside, we thought about square tables that would be pulled out from the ground so that clubbers and smokers have a place to put their drinks and can enjoy fresh air outside in an orderly manner. These tables will be the size of 1 square meter, so it is not too invasive for pedestrians, and be implanted within the ground. So when the club is closed, tables will be pushed back down and disappear. Role of technology: an interactive dance floor. The dance floor will be made up of square panels, with each panel consisting of quartz crystals. As you dance wildly around on the floor moves up and down slightly, less than a centimeter. This movement compresses the quartz crystals, which generates an electric current. This process of compressing a material, specifically certain types of crystals and ceramics, to create electricity is called piezoelectricity. The electric current generated by the compression of those quartz crystals in each dance floor panel is fed into nearby batteries, and the stored energy in turn is used to power parts of the nightclub. With the current technology, one person can generate 5 to 20 watts, depending on their weight and activity level, which means the harder you dance and the higher you jump, the more electricity you'll create. That means one dancer could power a couple LED lights, and 2 wild dancers could power a CFL light bulb. The company that makes the dance floors, called Sustainable Dance Floor, thinks it's really important for the dancers to understand they're the ones powering the floor, and so they give the dancers some visual feedbacks. LEDs in the floor light up with you as you dance around, and they have a big power tower, a tall tower of transparent plastic, that lights up higher and higher as you produce more and more electricity. And as you can see on this slide, this is our final render, our final sketches for this project. Outside of the club, you see the moving tables. Inside, the interactive dance floor with each panel made of quartz crystals, which, through the movements of our guest, helps us power the electricity in the building. Furthermore, we've got a tilted floor, which will help staff cleaning in the next morning. Finally, on the right wall, you can see the desiccant dehumidifier.